So, good morning, good evening, wherever you are on this globe. It's just me. It's just simply Christopher here to do the Wednesday grid with Shotzi in the background doing something. I think she's tying her shoe. I'm not sure. But we have a Wednesday grid here by Rich Katz, edited by Joel Fagliano. And I'm so thankful that he is there to do a remarkable job, which he has been doing since Mr. Shorts took ill. You'll notice from this video footage that I'm really a fan of this Frangelico. Like, this is an amazing liqueur, and it just goes so well with everything. And especially that little bit of that pick-me-up that I can use in the afternoon. Because, you know, it's 1400 in the afternoon. It's, they would say here in Germany, it's 14 o'clock or 2 p.m. And I'm off for the next few days. We're going to be visiting our friends and family in the lower 48 over in that part of the world's hemispheric activities. And so I think that means I'm going to go from cool and chilly to a wet heat. Anyway, why don't we hop into this grid? Let's see what we got today. I have no idea, but I do know this Frangelico and Espresso is amazing. Okay, classic Camaro. I got 4 letters, and I am thinking an IROC. The IROC Z, but maybe it's not, because it is usually an IROC Z, right? I mean, I don't know. Never had one. Blank Islands, home to Corfu. I mean, I've wanted to live there for a long time in the Ionian Islands. I would even snare, maybe entrap. I don't know, just while we're down there. Take a look, see, entrap. T that comes before a Y, so it would be Ypsilon, so this is Tau. Memorize your Greek alphabet if you want to be a solid crossword grid solver. With 36 across, mnemonic device for turning 54 across, or a hint to the answers to the starred clues. Well, we've got a lot of activity here, almost like Thursday puzzle activity. This is looking like it might be kind of fun. Wiggler in a child's mouth. Tongue's too short. Let's see. Too long, excuse me. Let's see. A rich cake, maybe a tort. As they would say in Paris, dart. Hooch, rot gut. I may have drank some of that in college. But then again, to a texture, so maybe on the other hand, I can honestly say I've never... Oh, I see. Wiggler in a child's mouth is a tooth. And they get ready to lose their tooth. I hated those days when I was a kid. Like someone in pointe shoes, perhaps, maybe on toe. Okay, mnemonic device for turning 54 across. Well, what is 54 across? Toolbox tools. Screwdrivers? I don't know. We're talking about turning it, right? Maybe ratchet drives, but I think that would be too long. And let's take a look. What do we got here? C19 across again. So, okay, that's Chet Baker of jazz. Okay, so that we know. Talk the ear off. Well, it's a good thing we had entrap going across there, because we was like, you know, we're gonna be yakking at or yapping at. I'm going to go with yap because we got that. So yap at, maybe. But I want to check it because, again, I don't feel too comfortable with it. Pioneering ISP, Internet Service Provider, was AOL. We were the Cumbest 5 at AOL for the longest time, which meant that all 5 of us had one email address. That was how it was in the early 90s. You've got mail. With 36 across, mnemonic device. Okay, so I'm thinking this is righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Something I had never heard or said or even knew existed until I met my darling bride. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, and it is her favorite mnemonic device for remembering which way the bolt or whatever goes in or out or whatever, so it's kind of cool. Unit equivalent to 8 quarts. I've had this before. I can't remember. It's like a bean and red fried, so this is pinto. Contents of some folders. So I think 8 quarts is a peck. I'm not quite sure because this is a unit of measure that I'm not too terribly familiar with, but I've had it in the past. I think it's a peck, like picking a peck of pickled peppers. Maybe this is email folder here. So pound as a drink. Now, Shotzi, have you ever chugged a whiskey? She has. It seems to me, to a texter, in my humble opinion, that's wrong. It seems to me that's not necessarily a humble thing, would it? It would just be, in my opinion, I am all. Or is it humble because it seems to me like you're not saying I just know. So you're being humble by saying that, maybe? Okay. You think so? Well, then well, we don't want to act like know-it-alls here. Devoid of pork and shellfish, say, and I'm so glad that I do not follow kosher law. Oh, to be in France. So what do we got here? A bit green, nauseated, maybe? And so to be in France, the verb to be is être. So maybe that's what this is. So what do we got here otherwise? What's going on with this here? Is this ire or? Hot temper, ire. Okay, got it. Now we're doing all right. Imitation, ersatz. Let's check it with that Z though. Veer quickly as well. Is either a zig or a zag. Release following the GameCube. Oh gosh, I don't know. It's not an NES. It's what do we got here? Like some League games, maybe away. Recyclable material, maybe tin. So that would be an A if it's a zag. Release following. I'm thinking this is a Wii maybe. So that would make it a zig. So veer. I need to actually look at the definition for a zig versus a zag. You know, is one veering and the other swerving? I don't know. I mean, I don't know that. Don't go anywhere. So maybe hang. Lamar of old film is Hetty. Used to always get her name wrong. I'd always use an I at the end because it's the girls thing, right? But then so away games. All right, let's finish this northeast corner so we can have it over with. Neuters, maybe spays. And you know what? I would hate to wake up thinking I was going to be tutored in French, just to wake up and finding that I've been neutered in. And I bring that up because, you know, we have this puzzle that we use all the time from Gary Larson, you know, who was so over the edge back in the 1980s when, you know, I was a child and I was looking through the Far Side cartoons. I'd get a new one every year for Christmas or something like that. And one of the puzzles was this dog talking shit in the back seat of a car as these drivers driving away, and he's talking like to another dog in the yard. He's like, yeah, man, so, you know, after we go to run some errands and do some other stuff, I'm going to the vet to get tutored. And obviously that was the joke, because he's going to wake up and he hadn't been tutored, right? I mean, thinking he's going to go to the vet and learn algebra or something, or French or something like that. But no, he woke up spayed. Footballer's uniform, I think, is kit. And so pico de gallo, or as they say in the Northeast, pico de gallo. And can I get some more of them fajitas, please? Close fitting, maybe skin. Without it, it's neat. Ice, without ice, it is neat. Act like a bobblehead is to nod, I think. Wow, this is not the most challenging anything I've ever seen him, but I'm telling you, it's kind of a fun thing. They got some really cool stuff here. Surf turf. Well, I have no idea. Surf turf. E.T., who once appeared on Entertainment Tonight. Well, the A gives that away. 3 letters is Alf, and he used to say "ha" all the time, and so maybe happy as a clam is elated. So this gives me an R-E for surf turf, which could very well be a reef, I suppose. You certainly wouldn't want to hit it. And C19 across again, righty, tighty, lefty, loosey. Good Lord, this is great. Lucy? Did I spell that right? I mean, I think I did. Shotzi, you're the eye of all knowledge. Did I spell lefty loosey right to go with righty tighty?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, I've never spelled Lucy.
This is an E on the end.
Yeah, right. Okay,
It's not IE, if that's what you're...
thank you. Like some paper and tea, maybe leaf, right? So I've never referred to paper as leaf before unless I was making an ad buy. Reclined. Oh. Asian honorific. This is usually Sri. So is this laid or laid? Laid. That was a great song by James, by the way. Oh, you think you're so pretty. Okay. Timothy Leary's study. Well, he studied LSD. I think he says something to the tune of tuning in, turning on, and dropping out, or I don't know, some order like that. New blank hat brand. No idea. New Era, maybe? Blue River of Waltz. Well, that would be the Danube. And of course, that sucker just winds through Europe. I mean, we've crossed on. We were coming back from Vienna one time back to the Black Forest area, and we crossed the Danube, what, maybe 15 times? I mean, it just zigs and zags, whatever. All right, so the Blue Danube, first of 4 in a noted series, A, B, C, D, maybe? Soft caps, Honest Abe. This tells me that soft caps are going to be berets, which I wear. I have quite a collection of these things. Don't be blank former Google motto. It might be used while boxing. Not. Maybe tie. Did Zippo. Maybe idled. That's kind of a, that's oh, okay, so if that's tie, then it might be used while boxing is twine, like boxing something up. It's like stick on the back of my car so I could drive it home very dangerously. Less green, yeah, so I think this is older, and what do we got here? I mean, we're gonna have to eat dinner in a minute. Gotta go to the train station. Just got crap to do. Oh my gosh, we gotta go to Munich, and then we gotta just sit there, check in a hotel. Well, nothing. Place for some me time. Well, okay, I'm sure this is a day spa, and if you look at this, it looks like it's going to be a day spa, right? But if I were constructing this sucker, I'd make this a day bed, like the one behind me. It's actually one of the most comfortable couches I've ever sat on. It's just the one here in the office, right? I love that thing. But since we're going to go for correctness for the puzzle, we'll leave day bed out and go with the day spa. And I think this is Sea Green and American Idol. I've never seen a single episode of that. I'm not proud of it. Just saying. Never seen it. Not once. Not one time. I watch TV that's actually interesting, historical, or I don't know.
Some people think that's interesting.
Well, I'm glad. So, small fry. Yeah, I'm glad, right? Name found when reading between the lines. Well, interesting. So if you look at the word lines, you're going to get Eli. But just to make sure here, prevented from being published. Oh, yeah, they killed it. Kind of like Ronna McDaniels got killed out of NBC altogether. Not very gracious. Stick used for breaking. Is this a C? End of an act? Oh, I don't know. That could be scene 5 or scene 1. No, it wouldn't be scene 1. So I guess it's going to be a scene 5 unless it's scene 10. I've never seen a 10-part play, though. So, rids of, stick used for breaking. Yeah, so I think it's a cue, like when you're breaking the balls on a pool table. Rids of, purges. Let's see. Once a wolf, always a wolf. Coiner is Aesop, and he also makes his way into these things left and right. Characteristic sound of Yoko Ono. Casablanca row. I'm going to go with Ilsa. And play again. No. So that's probably rhyming partner of good night, sleep tight, right? This is this whole righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So I'm thinking this right here, and I'm thinking that they're being clever, saying that the characteristic sound of Yoko Ono is a long O. Oh, that's good. That's a good one.
Good. That was good.
Some 4x4s or maybe ATVs. And base jumper. I guess this would be a daredevil. I love to run, but I will not get out and run in cold weather. Fort Part is a tine. Rosebud in Citizen Kane is a sled. And I guess don't be evil is a former Google motto. I didn't even know that. I've been a Google fan contributor for years and years and years. Where Joe was biding time. Well, that's clever enough, but what is it? So, an Arab bigwig is an emir, I think. I don't know what else would fit there besides an imam. But imam doesn't imply Arab. Imam implies Muslim. So, there's a difference. Naval threats, according to an old saying. Oh, I get it. Right. Sleep tight. Lefty loosey, loose lips sink ships. And what does that make this right here, where Joe was biding time? Well, if you listen to Trump talk about it, he's just hanging it out in his basement in Delaware. That's what he would say. So, chum in champagne is ami. The French for friend is ami. Grip it and rip it is a golf slang. And what do we got here? So yeah, Joe Biden was killing time in Delaware. And these will probably be loose lips. And how do we do, Bob? Really, it was kind of a long puzzle. I got a little chatty, but honestly, 1501 is not a bad time for that at all. And it's fun. So I'm going to go prepare my dinner with my lovely bride. We're taking the train. It means I can just drink on the train, which I just might do. Okay, so thank you all so much for coming along, and we're soon to have ourselves our 50th subscriber party, and so when that does, I'm going to be handing out some sort of free gift, maybe a genuine copper/zinc alloyed Abraham Lincoln Memorial Medallion, come right at you in the mail, so that'd be great. I mean, I say that because no one's going to, 50 subscribers, I mean, come on. I'd have to advertise this thing first, right? It's not going to happen. Over time, maybe, but we'll see. In the meantime, learn it in every language because you can really brighten someone's day just by using their native language. All you have to do is just rise above it and try to be kind, right? So, remember, Auf Wiedersehen, German. Au revoir, French. Arrivederci, Italiano. Adios, Spanish, right? Then we got aloha, which, belongs to our island nations. And, of course, we've got ciao, shalom, masalamatish, annyeonghaseyo, and tambiet. Learn it in every language you can. In the meantime, be well, be careful, and we will see you on the other side. Next time you see me, it'll be me doing something in America.